What have you eaten today? Because what we innocently consume could be harming us. We've known for several years that certain food, such as processed meat, can increase our risk of disease. But now, French researchers have made a worrying link between ultra-processed food and cancer.
Western diets are characterized by the intake of an average of, it could get to 50% of ultra-processed foods in our diets. Even a healthy product nutritionally can be ultra-processed because it can have food additives or preservatives or food colorant or sweeteners.
So what do dietitians mean by ultra-processed foods, and how do they differ from unprocessed and processed foods?
Unprocessed food, or it might be called raw food, is things like fruits, vegetables that are uncooked, nuts, seeds, those kind of things. Then to take it a notch up, you might have things like milk. And then the next level up from that is things like bread. So bread in the olden days used to be made of 3 things, and now it's made of quite a few more things. So that now fits into a processed, pretty processed product. And then we have things which are just made out of things that you wouldn't necessarily recognise as food at all. So there's an awful lot of ingredients in this. None of them really look like food at all, so that would fit into the ultra-processed category.
Many ultra-processed foods contain artificial ingredients designed to keep them fresh on the shelves and make them look more appetising. They include ready meals, cakes, mass-produced bread and instant noodles.
There's an old piece of advice that you should only eat food that your grandparents would recognise. But the reality of life in the modern age is that fast, cheap and inevitably highly processed food is very, very tempting. So how do we navigate this culinary minefield?
The simple answer: fresh fruit, vegetables, foods that are high in fibre. More research needs to be done to definitively link ultra-processed foods and cancer and rule out other factors. Many consumers of ultra-processed foods are more likely to smoke and be overweight, both key causes of cancer. But the overriding advice is clear: if we must eat processed food, eat it in moderation. Neave, Al Jazeera, London.